What's up, Facebook? Get myself together. Tina, what's going on? I feel like my camera a little crooked. Our logos, though.
I know. I just was like, oh,
I'm like, what is that behind me? I'm glad you mentioned that, Tina, so I could talk about it on the radio. Yes, all was well. How long we got now?
50 seconds.
Oh, I said a long mix. You got a long one for me.
15 minutes.
This show still come on or this old?
Uh, these are old episodes,
Okay.
but I think they were doing new episodes not
Oh,
too long
wow.
ago. But not for this show. It was for the other show that he did. 10 seconds.
Life consists of varying seasons, and war, like peace, has its own place in the grand scheme of things. But I can say, like Reverend Charles Jenkins and Fellowship Chicago, this means war. You cannot have my family. You cannot have my breakthrough. You can't have my health. You can't have my peace because this means war. You know what? Hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battles. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and it is, as Tamara Fair would say, a magically delicious Monday. It's funny as I'm saying that because I never understood why she said that. But you know what? No matter how gloomy it is outside, I'm going to do like Tamara and I'm going to take a little sunshine out of my pocket and throw it into the air because I serve the sun, and that's the SON that could brighten any day. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. Unfortunately, Tamara Fair is not on the air with us today because she has been in the air as she is overseas across the pond in the Great Britain. She's in London. She is maybe having tea with the king and queen, you know, because she is fancy, but she is definitely pumping her book, The Purple Turtle, Modi's Great Adventure, which has gone international. So shout out to Tamir Fair. If you haven't already, get a copy of The Purple Turtle. It's available on all outlets. You can definitely go on Amazon and get The Purple Turtle. And you know, Tamara Fair and I, it's Money Monday, and you know, I got to say, I was looking at pictures of her table set up in London, and one thing is for certain. Tamara is gonna make some money. My girl got perfume on the table, purple turtle jewelry, teddy bears, whatever you name it. She got it associated with a book. And you know what? I'm so excited for her. I want to thank you all, believers, for your prayers. We made it through the homegoing celebration of Valencia's father, Vernon Boo Cummins. It was this past Friday. And shout out to Charmaine Riquette from Uncle Remus Saucy Fried Chicken and Zoe and Adam for holding it down for us Friday. During the show, I heard it was a great show, but we had a great service. Shout out to the greatest church in the world, Corinthian Temple Church of God in Christ, where we have the greatest pastor, Bishop David Ty Whitley, and First Lady Dr. Chandra Whitley. When I say they took very good care of our family during this time of bereavement, and they gave us the 5-star service and treatment, from allowing us to use the church to the school for the repast. And my pastor did the eulogy, and it was amazing. Shout out to 2 of my friends who I called at the last minute. And you can't have a funeral service, Zoe, without some good singing. You need good singing and good preaching, because I'm Pentecostal. We don't have funeral services. We have celebrations of life. And so shout out to Samantha Asheen, the owner of 5 Peas in a Pod Daycare Center, who pulled up. And when I say she dropped the mic, she literally got up, sang "I Know I've Been Changed," and dropped the mic when she was done and left everybody in awe. And shout out to the psalmist Danielle Carpenter, who came and took us up higher and higher. So everything was just great. We were grateful to have a great service, but I'm gonna tell you, Lord, you don't have to let it happen anytime soon. We don't want to plan no more right now, okay? I know we all have our time when we shall go, but we're continuing to pray for all of those that are bereaved and are going through right now, because we know it is not an easy ordeal to deal with. But you know what's easy? We make it easy on Monday, because we have Shirley and Latricia going to be joining us shortly to talk about all things real estate. And you know what? One of the members of the church pulled me to the side yesterday and said, "Brother Marcel, I listen to you all show every day. And after all of the years of listening, I'm ready to buy me a house. I need to just know if I can qualify, and I want you guys to help me." And I said, I thank you for trusting us to be able to help you, because that's what we do here on the Brunch Bunch. So listen, if you are like that member and you're saying, "I've been listening, I've been watching, I've been hearing the testimonies, and now I want up next," listen, you want to tune in, call your friends, your frenemies, and tell them to tune in to the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390.
Are you looking for funding to start or grow your business? The Dream Center has taken the time and done the research to compile a list of over 700 grants for business owners. Yep, you heard right. Grants, free money for business owners to start or grow their business. No matter your needs or size of business, you'll receive the dedicated support you need. Take advantage of grants and free money for your business. Just go to www.thedreamcenter.com to get your copy of the list today. That's www.thedreamcenter.com.
Hey, believers, it's your main man, Action Jackson. Are you searching for a life-changing word? Look no further than Corby Bush Ministries. Tune in every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time to the Word Network, where Corby Bush Ministry brings you powerful messages that will touch your heart and transform your life. Corby Bush Ministries is dedicated to spreading the teachings of love, faith, and empowerment. Give them a call, 214-371-8768, to connect directly with their ministry. And don't forget to follow Bishop on Facebook at Corby Bush Ministries for daily inspiration and updates. Don't forget, tune in this Saturday at 6 p.m. to the Word Network for a life-changing word.
Hey guys, it's Tamara Fair
and Action Jackson
from the Brunch Bunch. Now, your home is not just a place. It's a lifetime of memories, hard-earned and cherished. At Secure Home and Automation, they understand what it means to protect these homes. As a great
DJ B-Lo.
They stand guard over.
You know what? Oh, hey, y'all. I forgot we were live. I'm finna eat this donut. I went to dinner yesterday, and we had a birthday party to go to, and Valencia said, "You know what? I want to stop by 6978 Soul Food." And if you know Valencia, she don't eat nothing. So I was shocked that she wanted to stop by there. But it was meant for us to stop by, because when we walked in the door, DJ B-Lo was in the building. And talk about in the building, I'm glad we're on commercial break. Wait, Shirley came in quiet.
Right.
Wait.
I didn't know if you was on air now.
You usually don't care.
Right. I always care.
You just be right, yo, me know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
y'all got the Holy Bible up in here today. Praise the Lord.
That's in here every week.
Right. It's in here. Must be meant for me to see it today.
Happy Monday, ladies.
Happy Monday. Woo.
You hungry? Me too. And I tried to eat this before I saw you.
I'm gonna get you.
Well, of course, I'm not Tamara Fair, but we are in the raw. We want to give an update on the story that Tamara's been reporting on recently. And a week and a half after the mass shooting that we told you guys about at Morgan State University, authorities have taken a 17-year-old suspect into custody. However, they're still on the hunt for an 18-year-old named Javon Williams, who officers believe was also involved. According to a press release from the Baltimore Police Department, the unnamed minor was apprehended in D.C. on Thursday, the 12th. The teen was identified with the help of surveillance footage and has been charged with attempted murder. Authorities also identified Javon Williams as a person of interest, though they haven't yet apprehended him. Per the Baltimore Police Department statement, Williams is considered armed and dangerous, and Commissioner Richard Worley noted the authorities will not rest until Williams is in custody. In response to the juvenile's arrest, Dr. David K. Wilson, the HBCU's president, said the Morgan State community, and I quote, can take solace today in knowing that an arrest has been made. Wilson also added, and I quote, we look forward to the day when all the individuals involved in the shooting are made to be held accountable for what took place. This development follows the October the 3rd mass shooting in Morgan State, which resulted in at least 5 people sustaining non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. Now, according to NBC News, authorities say 4 of the victims have been discharged from the hospital. The victims, 1 man and 4 women, range between 18 and 22 years old. Notably, Worley reportedly said the injured parties are believed to have been, and I quote, unintended targets. He also chalked the incident up to probably being a dispute between 2 smaller groups. So, of course, I asked the question last Wednesday, was the shooter white? And it wasn't a racist thing, but I wanted to know because a lot of times if a white person comes on a black college campus to shoot it up, they paint him as a good person and he not a thug. So I wanted to know.
They bound Burger King.
Right, they bound Burger King. But unfortunately, we said, and we also said that mass shootings do not usually take place on black college campuses. Now, if it was a shooting, we figured it was a consolidated, it was a fight, some young people.
Yeah, retaliation.
And now we do know that it was 2 young brothers, 17 and 18, and they must have been in a smaller fight, which caused them to stupidly take out a gun and shoot. And they don't know how to shoot. So then it became a mass shooting because now you done wounded 5 people.
Were they students there?
Now, they didn't say, and we don't believe it. So the president had said that he was building a wall around the campus. And he said he had his money already. So the United States needs to get with this president to see how he could build a wall so fast. But I digress.
Okay, so he's building a wall around the school.
Around the
How do
school.
you keep if you're not a student to keep
them out.
So
right.
I'm going to assume with that being said that they weren't students.
Yeah. So, and this college, Morgan State is the HBCU in Baltimore. And when it was first built, there was a wall, and that was to keep the black students away from the white residents. They had that wall torn down, and now they're gonna build it back up because now it's primarily, Baltimore is black.
Yeah, I just don't think a wall is gonna stop, non-students from.
It may limit it. It may limit it. So, we got the updates, and I'm glad that the suspects were caught. Black, white, yellow, red. When you do wrong,
you need to go to jail.
You do the crime, you must do the time.
Need to do the time. Amen.
Yeah, we cannot be so. Which I wish our penal system changed. Because in this case, they're 17 and 18. I like to see some restorative justice practices so that they can get back on the streets and not waste their life in jail and then develop all of these mental issues. But unfortunately, our country is not that far ahead yet. But we can't allow young people to just be on the street shooting because that could have been 5 murders, But thankfully, they were all just wounded. So we will continue to pray for these students who were wounded and for the students who were there because that's traumatizing.
It's traumatic. It's a very traumatic experience to witness that.
Yeah, so we're praying for them. And I know, like that it will be A brighter day. It's Kirk Franklin, brighter day,
I'm
right here on the brunch bunch.
Put me on screen.
Oh, okay. Right, I gotta teach him.
StreamYard. I like being
Okay.
because it's on YouTube, and then you can always go back and get it, and you can still place on your
So what we
Facebook
gotta
page,
do
and
is
you
when
got
I
the little
log
thing,
into
when we just do it
StreamYard,
ourselves, like
you'll
it'd
be able
about
to
a
invite a
minute, so I
guest,
be
you
quiet,
copy
but it'll
that,
be on there. You see that,
and then you just text it to them.
and you can just put it to your Facebook page.
I'm gonna text it
It's
to
better than
both
being
of them.
live.
Put your volume all the way down. Now you go set it up however you want, and I'm about to add you to the
I can set it up a different way.
wherever you want it to be in front of you.
Yeah, that's better because I look when I go back and look.
Did you ever go and share the last one to your Facebook, the YouTube?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
It don't go to YouTube right away. I think it take a week for YouTube to upload.
It's on YouTube right now.
For real? Oh, nice.
So we just need to go and put in what?
So people can watch on YouTube now, or when we done right now, all you
right.
do is go on our YouTube page. Cut your volume all the way down. I'm gonna add you to the stream.
That's what I'm trying to do some different stuff now.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to y'all at the show. Like, we gotta get this stuff going. What y'all waiting on?
We can do some research. We got it.
Can everybody hear everybody? See, if we do close like that, that's how we'll look.
Okay, like how we look.
Listen.
Okay,
We live though, right?
Yeah, we live. Can y'all hear? Can you hear? Which is not a bad look.
We should be in the middle. Can you put you in the middle?
How y'all like this look, Tina? This phone don't work that good.
My parents said they seen you yesterday.
Yes, happy 50th anniversary. We gotta shout them out.
Yeah.
At the 69?
16, he took my mom out on a date. I don't know how many years.
Yeah, they walked up in
the
there.
other way you had it, but
Your
just put
daddy
you in
too
the
cool too.
I know.
He ain't even. He was like, hey, whatever. Walk right past. I said, dang.
You can't do it like you had it at first.
I don't really like that layout.
You don't like it? You like this one better?
What's
all that black though?
Just the sides.
Okay.
Now if our phones are sideways. Oh.
Okay. I like sideways better. Go sideways. See how I made us bigger?
Will we be okay?
Look, we didn't all learn something new.
I hope we don't be sideways.
No, the video should come out straight. But you know what? It's going to flip mid while they watching it. But now we know to go sideways.
Why they watching you right now live?
No, I'm saying when they rewatching it, they'll see us flip because we flip mid.
Okay.
Tina said it looks nice. Thank you, Tina.
Okay, only you get the comments?
Yeah.
And where do we go to YouTube to find this? Or
The Brunch Bunch YouTube page.
but how do we just share it to Facebook?
Well, you already shared it, so this is on y'all Facebook.
Oh,
Live,
okay,
right.
okay.
It's live on our Facebook page right now. To all of our Facebook friends out there, thank you for tuning in. And for those that looking to buy property, sell property, give us a call, 773-616-0906. We look forward to helping you, answering all your questions, doing consultation, and everything for us to help you get there is 99.
It says your mic is muted.
No, it's supposed to be. Only one is on mine. They can hear her though. They can hear.
Oh, they can hear. I'm like, okay, I'm wondering.
I'm doing all that
I
talking.
know. Like,
And I'm muted. And thank you all out there in Facebook family live. Thank you for tuning in to us on Mondays.
look,
Monday.
it says Saturday. 57. No rain.
This Saturday,
Yeah, today.
perfect.
That's
Doing
for the
your
chili
chili
cook-off. And it's Sweetest Day.
And I got an event at the Zoo.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's gonna be
yeah.
perfect.
Hey, I want to volunteer help.
I know, y'all. I got y'all on the list. Y'all, what time the chili cook off?
It's from 12 to 4.
But y'all gonna be running all day.
What time is it over?
Mine from 10:30 to 4. Dang, I really wanted to come to the chili cook off.
And I really want to come to the thing.
That's
22nd. He wants to come because of me, right?
right.
Oh, yeah. So.
The one me I want to Some things you leave in your past.
That's right. I'm gonna eat this donut and then leave them in my past.
Oh, you gonna start over?
I went and got you eat that. It's gonna kill your appetite. You don't want to dead. You don't want to dead.
So what's going on is you got to know your people. And
Amen.
if I don't teach you anything else on this show, one thing I live by in life is when you know people, you know people.
Right.
I don't get upset with my people if they lie and I know they're a liar.
Right.
I mean,
another thing they say about knowing your people is when they show you who they are,
believe them. And I do. And I mentioned this over the weekend. Shout out to all of my family and friends. I got some connected with some great folks, right? And I was talking to them and I said, they say, you don't really get mad. You're not bothered. I said, because I know people. I said, when I get connected with people, I get to know them. Like I knew Shirley was going to come in here and see this donut and tell me I didn't need the donut. And I promise. And I meant to eat it before she got it here.
Right.
So
and had the bag.
I
I
know
think that
what
when
I
she
went
mentioned it.
And instead, as soon as she saw that donut, she said, she got up, walked out the room, went and got me orange. And I said, you know what? I'm glad to have a friend like this. I'm going to eat this orange after I eat the donut. But listen. But you know what? Another news, I am so excited. And I started the show out with this. We do some great work here on the Brunch Bunch. And we got some great things to unveil. L&S is upgrading all of their systems.
Absolutely. 2024 is going to be the year for us.
Yes, moving up to bigger and better
Send
things.
me a rap on that. 2024 for L&S Development.
You want me to sing you right?
Yes,
write you a jingle. I'm going to write you a jingle.
I'm going to have Alfred write it.
Yeah,
but you know what? We're not going to wait till 2024. We're going to close out the fourth quarter great. Great things are coming. Okay. And yesterday I was walking out of church. And one of the members thought I was leaving church early, so she grabbed me. The pastor was preaching, but I've been told to see what she wanted. And she said, Brother Marcel, I know you're leaving, but I just want you to know I listen to you all every day. She said, and I never really wanted to be a homeowner. She said, but every week I listen, and I'm ready to explore that option. I want to buy me a condo. I want to know if I qualify.
Yes,
and I said, oh, man, you just...
Did you give us 773-616-0906?
I gave her 773-616-0906. But that's a testament to the work that we're doing.
Amen.
And we are changing lives. And it made me to believe sometimes we watch so many people. Mm-hmm. We say, well, I don't want that. But then we hear the testimony. I bought my house. We hear the next testimony. I bought my investment property.
Right.
And the more we hear,
it inspires others.
It inspires others. So we are doing the inspiring. And you ladies are helping to do that. And so listen, let's give another warm Brunch Bunch welcome For Money Monday, L&S Development.
Woo, Shirley Fields in the house.
Latricia May in the house.
Oh, y'all sound like a rap group from the 90s.
We are just happy to be sitting here in front of you, Action Jackson, because we are sitting in front of greatness.
Oh, well.
Wonderful. Yes, you know what? And my parents mentioned you. They went out for their 50th wedding anniversary.
Woo,
So everybody
happy
give it up
anniversary.
for Sullivan and Dolores May. They recently celebrated 50 years of wedding, of being married. Well, being married.
Yeah.
So I was going to say wedding bliss, but
It
it
is. I'm sure there's been a few bumps.
Right. I was going to say, I'm sure it wasn't all bliss, but guess what?
They can give us some lessons.
Right. 7 beautiful children, they're all doing wonderful.
All
so
girls too, right?
No, one boy.
Oh, one boy.
One boy. You all did a fantastic job, and we love you all so much.
If
so
you're
thank you and happy
listening to my big sister, I love you and happy anniversary. And may God bless you with so many more, Sister May.
Yeah, they walked in. They was clean as the board of health.
Clean.
And
Like a Sunday morning.
Your father, I said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. May. And he said, hey, and just kept walking there. Your mama turned around and said, hey. She said, I know you. I said, yeah, we did. She walked up. She said, I know you. You on the radio. I said, yeah. So it was nice to see them. And then she came back to let me know that they were celebrating 50 years of marriage. And I told her, I pray God continue to give them more and more and more anniversaries.
Yeah, so
as long as she can put up with him, he can put up with her. Right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, but by this time, you just know who each other are.
That's
so
right.
I'm sure they can.
Yeah, after 50
50
years.
years.
If you don't know
Right.
him after 50 years,
You ain't gonna know.
you ain't gonna know.
Right. So L&S Development, we want to talk about today. So Marcel, he's always on top of what's going on with mortgages and things like that. He gets so excited. So a couple of weeks ago, he sent us a text message about Fannie Mae is coming out with a 5% down for multi-units, 2 to 4 units.
And what's so significant about that is you don't have to put that 20% down if you already own property.
But what else is significant about that? Because let's talk about the difference. Is Fannie Mae FHA or is that conventional?
Conventional. But there are so many different reasons why this is significant. Because now usually when I get someone that already owns a property and they want to purchase a multi-unit and they only have, let's say, 3.5% down or 5% down, I tell them, well, now you got to refinance out of that FHA loan in order to take advantage of the 3.5% down payment program again.
So it's an additional step.
Right. So now
you can buy another house 5%.
You can just do 5%.
You don't got to refi your.
You do not. Right. So
as long as it's going to be your primary residence.
Right. So, and this is the thing. So when I talk to my investors out there, we call it house hacking. And what that is, this was what I used to tell them they would have to do. Okay, you're going to buy your first property, 3.5% down, refinance a year later, refinance, do the same. So you're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. So you get your 4-unit 3.5% down.
Yeah.
Refinance, you get the 3-unit 3.5% down. You refinance the next year, 2-unit, and then after that you get your house.
Big old nice house.
And then after that you got what, 8 units by then?
Yeah.
About 8 units by then. And guess what? You're an investor, you got properties that's generating income. Now this takes out a lot.
That's actually 9-unit investment.
Right.
And 1 for yourself. That's
so let's just look at it like this, because people are saying 5%. Okay, say for instance you're buying a property at $300,000. That's $15,000 plus your closing costs.
So
look at it like that.
But it's not that, only that. So I want people to, this is why I tell people you have to start saving.
That's why I brought that up.
Right. So that's wonderful. But not only that, so with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which is the conventional loans, they're going to tell you how much reserves that you have.
Oh, that's in addition to your
down payment and closing costs. And so me as a lender, now usually I'm on top of all my guidelines. I'm not going to be able to say like with FHA, okay, you're going to need 3 months PITI save. I know you're going to ask those PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So you're going to have saved in the bank. It could be a 401k, 403b, an additional money in reserve saved. Now, the thing is, the automated underwriting system, also known as AUS, is going to let us know how much you have to have saved. We're not going to have and what's going to determine that is your current income. What the debts that you have is going to let us know how much you would need to have saved, and also the purchase price and how many the total units of that property. that you would have to have saved in the bank in addition to your down payment and closing costs.
It sounds like a lot, people, but it is not. Once you call us
It's not.
we talk to you about it, it's not. I'm talking about the
Right.
concept and
Right.
everything she said. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. For me, filling out all this paperwork to get this money, these loans and all, it can become overwhelming.
Yeah.
But we make the process simple.
Well, that's why you need the dream team, L&S
Right.
Development. So and we talked about having the money saved, and the
Mhm.
good thing about, I was about to sneeze, having the money saved is you can have that money saved, but then Shirley and Latricia are going to do their best to find you any grants that are available
Absolutely.
to help you
Mhm.
keep that money saved after you close.
Right,
Right?
but the thing is that unfortunately a lot of down payment, a lot of them don't allow for grants anytime the units is over 2 units. So,
But guess what I can do? I can ask the seller
baby,
to help you with
when
the
I say she
closing
the
costs.
queen of getting sellers to pay closing
I
costs.
can do that.
Well, and that's so everybody doesn't want a 4-unit or a 3-unit, which, in our mind, we like, why not?
Right,
Don't
the more
close.
income is more rental income.
But some are saying, I don't want the hassle of being a landlord.
Mhm.
And we're like, okay, we still want you to own. So maybe don't do 4, but then the 2
Right,
or
do
the
a
1,
2-unit,
then
right.
that's when you're in the realm of being able to get a lot of that assistance and that
Right.
help. That conventional one is another massive thing about the conventional that got me excited. The loan limits on conventional loans are
It's
higher
higher.
than FHA.
Right. Yeah, they are higher than FHA, but and so that's good if you're going to be purchasing in Oak Park or something like that. So that is good for that. One thing that a lot of people don't know though with conventional, so the pros and cons. So 5% down for a 2 to 4 unit, that's good. Another good thing, whereas with Freddie Mac actually came out in 2021 with the Home Possible program, where that also allowed for 5% down on a 2 unit. So Fannie Mae is just now coming aboard with it because they're realizing all the benefits, that it could help a lot of more homeowners if they're purchasing a property to where they are receiving some rental income. So that's a positive. I mean, it is actually great. But the only thing is they do have loan level price adjustments. So this is another thing while we talk about the importance.
Can you explain?
Yes.
Okay.
Of credit. So loan level price adjustments are charges that they tack on to, let's say, the rate when they feel, depending on the risk factors. So risk factors is, trust me, is going to be a loan level price adjustment for the number of units. A loan level price adjustment depending on what your credit score is. So usually the credit score tiers go from 620, 640, 660, 680, and on up. So you want to make sure that you're always positioning yourself to be in the best position, meaning that when you're going to apply, make sure your credit cards are at least 30% under the limit.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's
no more than 30%.
Right.
Don't pay them off.
Do not pay them off. You want to just make sure that the usage is under 30% for each card, not the total usage, because sometimes your credit breaks down the total usage.
Yeah.
But you want to look at the usage on each and every single credit card that you have, because it's very important. So
if $1,000 limit, you shouldn't spend no more than $300.
Right. And if you're under that, that's even better. But don't pay them off. But if you're 20% or less, that's even better. That's the higher your score is going to be if you're under that 30% range.
So I just asked Alfred to give me the pros and cons of sure, let me see. Hold on. The pros and cons of FHA versus conventional. And I'm
so Alfred is that savvy
to
where he has. Okay, go ahead.
I want you to tell me.
Okay,
I want you to tell me.
Go ahead.
So FHA loans, the pros, lower credit score requirements.
True.
Okay. Lower down payment, 3.5%. Rate stability. FHA loans come with the option of a fixed rate mortgage, which provides predictability in monthly payments. True. Cons, mortgage insurance premiums.
True.
Loan limits. FHA loans have strict loan limits, which can be restrictive if you're purchasing a higher priced property. Property standards, he said. Properties purchased with an FHA loan must meet certain safety, soundness, and security standards.
Wow, that Alfred is
Now, the conventional loan pros, no mortgage insurance.
True.
Is that true?
That's
True.
not true.
It's not true.
No, only if you're putting 20%.
If you
down.
can put
Oh,
down
well,
20% or more.
that's
But
what
with them changing it to 5%, will it be?
Yes, there's going to be.
They're gonna do
yes, and
mortgages,
I'm sure it's
y'all.
going to be
Okay, well,
expensive.
guess what? AI's just like me. He was thinking about the 20%.
He was thinking about 20% because he don't know about the 5% because it
Right.
hasn't launched yet.
Right, but even with conventional, even if you're putting 3% down as a single family home, there is PMI. The only time you can get rid of PMI on conventional is if you're putting 20% or more down.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, because that means you
So-
only own 80%.
Right.
So with FHA, can you put 20% down and not pay it? Or
No, you
Okay.
still will have
You
to pay
still gotta
PMI,
pay.
but it's for a reduced term. It's not as long as the life
Of the
the
loan.
life of the loan.
Okay. He said another pro of conventional is variety of terms. Conventional loans offer a wide variety of terms and loan structures, providing more flexibility.
Well, FHA, you have choices as far as terms are concerned as well with FHA. So you can go to a 30-year, you can go to a 29-year, 15-year,
Okay.
20-year. Yeah, so it's just as long as you're putting the even with down payment, you can put more down, 5% down, 6% down, and the term does not have to be for 30 years all the time.
Okay. So and the cons, stricter credit requirements, higher down payments,
Very strict.
and rate
That's another
sensitivity.
thing. Conventional, definitely. Like with this, they're saying your minimum credit score is 620. Everybody does not have the same 620. I have never had a 620 approved conventional, only if the co-borrower score is maybe like 680 or 700.
Wow.
And then because we can combine those two and average it out. But 620, if you've never had, if you're 620 and you have challenged credit, what I mean when I say challenged credit, late payments, you've been behind on certain things, you've had a bankruptcy. That's another thing. Conventional, the guidelines for that is, I think it's 3 years for FHA and 4 years for chapter 7, 3 years for chapter 7 and chapter 13. No, 3 years for chapter 13 and 4 years for chapter 7.
Wow.
For bankruptcies. So it just depends on what's on your credit. So you just
So
can't.
you're saying you have to be with a 13, you have to be, because you can't buy property with a 13 as long as you're making
FHA, as long as you've been making your monthly payments
on
and
time.
you get a letter
on
from
time.
your
So how long can you have been in a chapter 13 before you can buy property?
3 years unconventional.
Okay, so you have to have been in it for 3 years.
Usually
I didn't think. I don't.
Right,
Are
no.
you sure?
I'm not. You have to be in it. You have to be out of it. It's not on your credit.
No, but at 13, I'm under the impression that you can still purchase.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
So
you can purchase.
Right.
FHA.
right.
That's
And so
FHA, right.
and that's
FHA.
what and that's why you need L&S Development
Right, you
to
can
help
with
you
FHA.
to help
Yes,
you
can.
filter it out.
You can be inside of a chapter 13
That's what I'm
for
saying.
an FHA loan. Yes.
That's why I'm bringing that up, because I'm sure
Right,
that's
yeah.
a question one of our listeners may have.
Right.
And also, I'm sure our listeners are also thinking, well, I don't know what my credit score is. Everybody's entitled to a free copy of your credit report. Now, the credit report doesn't necessarily have your credit score on it.
Right.
But
It's not a
you
score.
have
You
to
just
pay for
get a
that.
free
Yeah.
credit report.
Right.
But you can get your credit report.
Right. Or you can give me a call. Well, give us a call at 773-616-0906 because I can do a soft pull for you. And what a soft pull is not a hard pull. It won't affect your credit at all.
That's a good
And
thing.
so, right, and I can explain to you some things you can do to start getting your credit report, getting your credit in order to be ready to purchase.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to give out the annual free credit report website, but we don't need to give that out. They just need to call you all so they can get that free soft pull,
Yes.
which is going to give them scores
Right.
and the credit report.
And not that, Latricia is with us. She's our lender. I'm the realtor.
Yeah.
She's going to also tell them, give them some advice. She's going to consult them on what they need to do to get their credit where they want to get. And she does this absolutely free.
That's it. And all you got to do
I
is
take
call.
that back. It is not free. She wants you to use her as your lender when you decide to purchase.
Well,
But what we're really trying to do is build a relationship.
Yeah.
Here.
Right,
in
exactly.
essence, is because we're saints of the Most High, we believe give and it shall come back.
Right,
Pressed
right,
down,
exactly.
shaken together, running
That's
over.
right. That's
And
right.
so Shirley and Latricia do what they do, and they don't put a price tag on it in the beginning. But the job is their goal is to help educate you, help you make informed decisions, and to trust that once you get this education and this trusted, reliable information, you're gonna work with them to fulfill the vision that God has given you.
Amen.
Right, for your home ownership dreams.
And you want me to give out that number?
Yeah.
Can AL give it for me?
Al,
Al,
can't.
she done gave him a whole nickname.
Tell me AL.
AL. Okay, AL.
We can be reached at area code 773-616-0906.
And I love it. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because sometimes people are like, I can't call right now because I don't have any money.
Right.
I can't call right now because I don't know if I can afford to.
And you know what? Sometimes I'm so good with just explaining to people how I was able to save. And I stopped buying all the things that I wanted. I stopped buying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that has no value, is not going to increase in value. Stuff that just going to take up space in wherever you're staying right now. And I just started making sure I was focusing on my needs, what I needed to survive, what my boys needed to survive. And then the rest of the money where I didn't buy stuff with, it went into my savings account.
Okay.
It went into my savings account, and you will be surprised.
Well, God said He would supply all your needs.
He will. He will.
Give you wisdom and knowledge. And the reason why I recommend that people start calling now, because you have to take a first step.
Yes.
It's step one. In order to graduate, you have to start in grammar school, kindergarten, and then you work your way up. Take small steps. Small steps will get you to the prize. It will get you to where you're trying to go.
That's
I tell them, I said, do you mind if I be your mama for a moment?
Okay.
And they'll laugh and they say, yeah. And I said, look at your bank statement. I said, look at all this stuff you're doing. I said, you're buying, okay, let's see, you got DoorDash, you got all of this.
DoorDash?
Yes, stop eating out. Do you know DoorDash puts so much money on top of the cost of food?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
those extra fees.
It's extra fees.
And you think about that, because just ask Alfred for somebody to save $15,000 in 12 months on a $40,000 salary, something,
Wow.
He said you would need to save about $1,250 a month throughout the year.
And it's
and
possible.
You can do that.
That's
and
right.
you can do that by creating a budget, reducing expenses, getting a side hustle, prioritize your savings, cut unnecessary expenses, like Latricia said, reduce transportation costs. A lot of people don't understand that by just hopping on the bus versus filling your gas tank up every week. If you got a straight shot there, minimize your housing costs, avoid unnecessary debt.
Right.
And those are things that you can do to start saving. But I would say the number one, we live in a side hustle, a gig world now. There's so many different things you can do.
And since COVID, so many has realized so many different side hustles that they have. Like it's so many different businesses have started.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, even with you working from home now.
Yeah.
You can work 2 jobs from home.
You can deliver my groceries every week, and at the end of the month make $1,200.
Right,
and there go your money you put up.
I know someone. It's actually an app that does that as well.
Yeah, that's what I get my groceries delivered off the app. So I mean,
and when you're ready to save, you can stop doing that and just go get your own groceries.
Listen, hello.
To save more, if you needed to save more, but he may be at a point.
No. You're right. I'm gonna cut these costs because I want that 5% conventional. But in all seriousness, you know what, believers, if you're listening right now, and you're saying this is good info, I want to take part of this, or I know somebody that should be taking part of this, all you got to do is call.
Area code 773-616-0906.
Shirley and Latricia, you got 1 minute, 30 seconds each. Give an inspiring message on the real estate side, and you get one on the mortgage side. Go, Shirley.
You can do anything you put your mind to. You can buy real estate if you really, really want to, and stop paying off your landlord's mortgage.
Well, what I want to say is that it has been a joy working with all of you all, speaking with all of you all every time you call in. And when you all have a goal that you all want to reach, and I'm able to assist you with that goal. I had one of my realtors to call me to say that she was having an issue with someone working through a bank, and she couldn't get them closed. She gave them 2 chances. She called me. I got them clear to close in 2 weeks, and it's a VA loan.
All right.
So that shows you what we can do.
So Shirley said it, Latricia said it, and Alfred said, are you tired of throwing away your hard-earned money on rent? It's time to invest in your future and secure your own piece of real estate. Imagine the freedom, stability, and wealth that comes along with owning your own home. So all you got to do is call.
Area code 773-616 0906.
And take that leap of faith, believe in yourself,
One
and
step.
make the smart choice today. Listen, Shirley and Latricia, thank you for every other Monday coming in, making it right.
Woo!
We got to get y'all here every Monday.
Every Monday. We working on it.
We working on
And
it.
sometimes on Wednesday.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Shout out
definitely
to
work on it.
Stacy Chauncey who is tuned in.
Yes,
And
Stacey.
after you buy your
Stacey.
house, you're going to call Secure Home and Automation and get it secure. And you know what? That's what we do here on the Brunch Bunch. We secure you with the knowledge to build generational wealth. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. To Mary in your absence, I love you. Shirley and Latricia, I love you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you. Up next, AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long right here on Inspiration 1390.
All right.
All righty.
So
Nice
look,
show.
thank you, Tina. Put y'all number up and everything.
Bye bye. Love you
Y'all
guys.
see it at the cross.
Yeah, I
Thank
see it.
you.
Thank you, Tina.
What? That's Tina over there.
Tina says no, that ain't Tina.
All right.
Tina is a viewer. She typed that
Thank
for
you,
us.
Tina.
Oh,
We love you, girl.
Tina said she gave y'all number to the manager of Family Dollar this weekend.
Okay.
Want to buy
nice,
real
nice.
estate.
We got people calling too, Latricia. They won't even let us out.